Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Sherie. Today I want to make a video on how to do a simple and quick smoky eye for monolid girls and boys out there. I personally have monolids, aka extremely hooded eyes, and I feel like there are some special techniques and tips you can adopt to make smoky eye more easy. Okay, let's get straight into it. The foundation that I'm using is LA Girl Pro Matte High Definition Foundation. I just started using it probably a week ago and I really like this. Use one pump at the back of my hand, and the foundation brush I'm using is It Cosmetics foundation brush. I really like this brush. So I always apply my foundation starting from the areas that I need the most coverage and then blend it outwards. So when I'm looking at my skin, right, I see blemishes that I still need to cover, but I'm not going to do that now because personally I prefer spot concealing, and I always do that at my last step after apply all of my face makeup, because that gives me the best opportunity to actually look at places that I need to spot conceal. But right now I'm gonna move on to my brows. In this video I'm not going to film a very detailed brow routine because I kind of have to get like super up close to my mirror to actually do my brow, and because of my nearsightedness I need to figure out a better film setup for this tutorial. So in future I will make a video about how to do your brow, especially when you have sparse brow hair that just won't stand up or anything like that. Okay, I just did my brow off camera, and next we're gonna move on to the most exciting part of this video, which is the eye part. To achieve a smoky eye for your monolid, I think there are some very basic principles. First of all, there are many ways to do it. You can do however you like, and people's eyes differ. Everyone's eye shape is different. You probably have already adopted your personal routine for doing any eye makeup for your monolid. But personally, I found that there are two ways that I know of. First of all, you want to draw a fake crease to do an eye makeup for monolid. Second of all, you want to work from your lash up, and I personally think that the second method is a lot easier to learn. So today I'm gonna do an eye look that use that technique. So the reason you want to work from your lash up is because, first of all, it is really hard to make a mistake. One big difficulty of monolid eye makeup is that whatever eye color you put on your eyelid, it tends to disappear when you open your eyes. So people often find it hard to actually understand what their final eye look is going to look like when they're applying the makeup. Now, working from the lash up gives you an opportunity to check every other second where your eye makeup goes so that you can correct the mistake instantly. The two products that I'm going to be using, yes, only two products for this smoky eye look is, first of all, a bronzy taupe colored eyeshadow. This one is by Super Shock Shadow by ColourPop, and it's in the color Bouncy. I have many copies of this eyeshadow because I am so in love with it. I want to swatch it for you guys. It is a gorgeous silvery taupe color, like a grayish brown, but it has reflexes of violet and blue shimmering glitters in it. Now, I really like the Super Shock Shadow range by ColourPop because when you blend it out, it's never just like the base color is still there, so you're not just left with a shade of glitter. If that makes sense. A lot of very not well made cheap drugstore eyeshadow tends to do that, but this one doesn't. So I'm gonna use it as the smoky part, and for my crease I'm just gonna use a bronzer. Any bronzer would do, preferably a matte bronzer. The reason you want to put matte colors on your, let's just say your crease, right, even though I don't really have one, the crease area is because monolid tends to stick out and reflect light. This is just our eye shape, so in order to give it some depth, you want to use a dark matte color so that absorb light, and that's just to play with light, play with illusions, but there is no rule to makeup. You can do whatever you want, experiment with it, and find an eye makeup that makes you happy and that you like. So let's get into it. First step, I am going to use this Super Shock eyeshadow in Bouncy, and starting from my lash, apply a thin layer right above my lash line. I want to build this color up a little bit. You don't have to be precise with it, as long as you're not dragging it upward too much, just a thin layer using the tip of your finger. So after that is done, you want to use a blending brush. This one is by Real Techniques Domed Shadow Brush. It is kind of fluffy. Now go over at the very edge of the eyeshadow that you just applied and start to blend that edge out. Okay, next we're gonna go into this bronzer. The one that I'm using is Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. You want to pick up a small blending brush like this one. This is Morphe M505, so it's like a tapered blending brush. I'm gonna use some of his color and then close my eyelid and try to poke it. See, the part that's right below your brow bone is your crease. Now you want to apply this matte color into your crease. Pick up a little bit of color at a time so you're not afraid of actually applying it liberally. If you pick up too much eyeshadow at once, it's just going to be a disaster, and really it takes a lot of time to blend them out. It's not worth it. You want to apply a little bit of product at a time and slowly build it up. I like to put eyeshadows at the front of my eyelid as well, but it's personal preference. When you're blending the eyeshadow, always try to intentionally create an eye shape that you personally desire. For me, I like to create an almond shape, but just drag it outward, kind of like in a cat eye direction at the very end. Next, get a larger blending brush. This one is by Morphe M04. Now if I compare it to M05, you can see that this is literally just one size up. I'm going to use this larger one, go over right under my brow bone, where the edge of that matte eyeshadow is, and just blend that edge out. All of this blending is just to really make sure that our eye makeup looks as natural as it can be. If you have monolid, it is extremely obvious when you don't blend your eyeshadow out, and it's not a pretty look. You feel like you can't see that edge anymore, it's time to stop. So now that when you look at your eye makeup, right, I know that there are makeup like falling down over here, but it's okay. We're gonna use concealer to clean them out. Now you can see that the smoky part of that bouncy eyeshadow color is almost gone. This is where the last step come in. We go over the lash line and reapply the Super Shock shadows one more time. Use the worms of your finger to blur the edges. And when you feel like you have built it up to the intensity that you desire, voila, that's it. That's for the eyeshadow. I personally like to do the following steps for my eyes. First of all, a matte eyeliner pencil. This one is by Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On in the color Perversion. It's just a gorgeous black color. I like to trace the inner part of my upper lash line. I always do that because if you wear mascara and when you raise your eyelid like that, you can see the whiteness underneath. I just really don't like that void there, so I'm gonna fill it up using a black eye pencil. So after filling that up, I'm going to use a liquid eyeliner. This one is by Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner Plus Serum. It is a liquid eyeliner, and I'm gonna do a cat eye look. After the eyeliner is done, use a small eyeshadow brush, go back to the bouncy colors, pick up a little bit on the brush, and then apply it on the lower lash line. And then use the same brush, go back to the bronzer, and then apply it at the same place to smoke the lower lash line out. Next, use a mascara. Any mascara would do, your personal favorite. The one I'm using is Double Decker Lashes by Butter London. I'm gonna apply this mascara on my upper lash line. While I let my upper lash to dry, I'm gonna use a concealer to clean up makeup under my eyes and at the end of my eyelid. So this is ColourPop's No Filter Concealer. I usually have some darkness right in the inner corner of my eyes. I'm using Morphe's G40. This is like a very densely packed blending brush. I like to, starting from the inner corner of my eyes, I like to blend it outwards. This concealer would really help to lighten up your under eye as well as clean up any makeup mistakes that you may have. For example, right here. You can cover the extra eyeshadow that you don't want. Okay, perfect. So that's it for an eye look. The next, I mean, this is an optional thing, but I also like to use a specific lower lash mascaras to apply to my lower lashes. The one that I really enjoy is by Innisfree Skinny Waterproof Mascara. Micro carat, actually. I never knew that. It is, let me show you guys. It has the skinniest wand, and it's perfect for lower lashes. So if you haven't found one that you like for your lower lashes, try this one. It's waterproof as well. Alright, so this is the final look for my eyes, and just in before and after. I just finished my left eye off camera really quick, and this is the final look for a simple smoky eye. I'm gonna move on to do the rest of my face makeup now. So first of all, I think I need a little bit of contour. For contouring, my favorite product is this guy, Clinique Chubby Stick. It is in the shade number 1 Curvy Contour. I like how easy to use it is. First of all, it is a cream contour product. It comes in a stick form. All you need to do is to draw in places that you want to contour. I like to blend it out using the e.l.f. powder blurring brush. This is just a dense brush. When you're blending out a cream contour, the trick is always to blend upward in this direction and then blend in this direction so that it looks natural. For me, I have a giant forehead. Very simple corrections on places that I need. My apologies, my camera wasn't in focus, but all I did off camera was to apply my bronzer. I used butter bronzer and the multitask powder brush by Real Techniques. I quickly swirl it and apply it where my contour is, and I pinched the brush to apply a little bit on the side of my nose to contour a little bit. My forehead, and I brought it down my neck. For blush, I'm using Glossier Cloud Paint. I have it in the color Dusk. This is a beautifully formulated blush. It goes on like skin. It really feels like it gives your skin a warmth that comes within. So I like to apply this blush using a loose powder brush. This one is Taper Highlighter Brush by Luxie. I use it for blush though. So I have a little bit of the Glossier blush on the back of my hands. I like to use this blush. So Dusk is a muted brownish pink color. It's kind of what I considered a perfect nude color. I think it goes really well with any smoky eye look. It gives your skin a just enough warmth, not too pinky, not too orangey. For highlighting, I'm using ColourPop's Super Shock Cheek in the color Spoon. I like to use a finger, apply it under my brow. Just tap. This highlighter really works best if you gently tap the products into your skin. I also like to apply it at the inner corner of my eyes. On top of my nose. And a little bit on my cubic bones. Not too much. Okay, so for lip, I used this gorgeous lip color by ColourPop. It's through Lipstick in the color Cookie. It is like this peachy, brownie pink, coral pink. It is literally a lipstick version of the Glossier Cloud Paint in the color Dusk. Now, the next step is, which is the last step, is going to spot conceal. The tool that I use to spot conceal is with a small dense brush like this. All I do is I push it into the NARS Soft Matte, and then I look into the mirror and find spots that I need to conceal. Okay everyone, so this is the final look. I really like how it turns out. I hope this video has been helpful to you. That's the most important thing for me. And I will definitely link everything that I've used in this video in the description box below so you can check them out. I want to start a community here on YouTube where a group of people are just passionate about beauty, about enhancing their beauty, and are eager to help each other out. That's my goal, and I want to achieve that. So if you like my content, please feel free to subscribe. I'd like to talk to you, and yeah, that's it for today. Bye for now, but I'll talk to you soon.